Hey, hold on. I ain't finna start the show like that. I only got 1 minute. No. I gotta give y'all a full minute. You know what I'm saying? You deserve a full minute. Ready? Y'all ready? Only got 1 minute. What'd you say? Before the show begins. Only got 1 minute. What'd you say? Let me share this with my friends. Only got 1 minute before the show begins. It's Foolies Fridays. Gonna share this with your friends. Only got 1 minute before the show begins. Oh, only got 1 minute. Let me share this with my friends. can't get off now. Only got 1 minute before the show begins. Oh, DJ Khaled. Sorry. Um, I'm not sorry actually at all. Only got 1 minute before the show begins. Only got 1 minute. Let me share this with my friends. Only got 1 minute before the show begins. What's poppin', y'all? Happy Friday. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And I just have a little bit of a message for all of my homies because my name's Alex, right? ATG, A Money, Nemo the Fishman, Nina Traumatic, Nightcrawler, Nick Fury, Johnny Kablam, and all the other names that you call me. I'm here to help you focus on your mission, not your emotions, taking you over. Yeah. And I love y'all, and I want y'all to pass this on. I want y'all to share this with your group chat. This message might be more for me, but I want y'all in on what I'm about to tell myself. Okay? I want y'all in to what I'm about to share with me. Okay? So, to all the homies out there, to everybody aspiring for greatness, for everybody looking for opportunities in every area of your life, professionally, personally, the whole nine. Your problem, like mine's, like mine or mine's, let me know in the comment section. Like mine, is you overthink everything. You overthink everything, every little thing, every small thing, every big thing, every not so big thing. You overthink a lot. Opportunities, you overthink it. Personal moves you're trying to make in your life, you overthink it. And I've had a personal, ring in the air as of late, from a dope soul. That's just like, you think too much, and you're always second guessing something, and you need to slow down. You need to embrace the moment. You need to just be in the space. And those things are scary. You know why they're scary? Because I've been hurt before, right? Those things are scary because I've lost before. I've gotten overjoyed about an opportunity and it didn't happen. I got overjoyed about a connection being made and it didn't happen. So what do? I sabotage, right? Start overthinking, start undermining, start second guessing, start throwing doubt in there, start throwing fear in there. I mix it up, you know what I'm saying? I got flavor with it, right? And so, as I'm talking to you, I'm really, once again, this message is for me this morning. I seem a little warm or sweating. That's the light, and I just finished the workout. So I apologize. So I do all of this stuff because of fear, right? Fear of things going well. Ain't that crazy? It's not. Fear of things going correctly. Fear of things going right. Fear of things going the way that I planned. Fear of winning, right? Fear of this actually being exactly what I thought, right? A great occasion, a dope connection, an amazing moment, a blessing of an opportunity. All those things, right? I will throw in the trash. Why? Because I want to overthink things. And if you're watching this, whether you're live or upon the replay, you're like me too. You and me, we like kindred souls. Because fear is stopping us. We got perfection in the way, right? So you're not launching that thing because perfection is in place. You are not making that next move personally because you're worried that things may not work. You're worried you might get left. You're worried you might get abused. You're worried you might fail. You're worried that the last thing didn't work, so why would this work? It looks the same. It smells the same, but am I going to have the same horrible outcome? There's things in your space. There's people in your life that you won't connect with. There's all these things. Why? Because if you're like me, you can sometimes be the president of the Overthinking Club. You know what I'm saying? The OTC. That's what we need to put on some shirts. OTC, the Overthinking Club. Welcome. Right? That's why I put out these shirts, right? Progress over perfection. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't stop, keep going. It's because of these things. These are constant reminders that, of course, y'all need. But I so need them so much more. This overthinking, right? If you're like me, you overthink to the point where you don't sleep at night. You're thinking so much that you can't even rest, right? You have lost all sense of judgment, right? You are making poor moves because it's a combination, right? You're overthinking, which is causing you to stay awake, which is causing you to move from like 2-3 hours of sleep. And then you start trying to make your best predictions and move based on these 2-3 hours of sleep, right? Which makes absolutely no sense, right? And then you get into a business meeting, you get into a networking situation, you start thinking about your own business, brand, company, moving up in your own company, and then you stagnate or you stall or you don't get anything done because you're tired. Because you have overthought so much that you are now tired. You are tired, you can't function, you can't make moves properly because you're overthinking. And everything has a solution, but no, you so smart. I'm so smart that all we can do is think about all the bad things that can happen. We're so smart. We know every outcome, even though you really know nothing at all, but we know every outcome. We know everything that's going to happen. We know every way that this situation is going to fail versus sitting down and giving ourselves a moment saying, imagine if this worked out. Imagine if this opportunity did what it was supposed to do. Imagine if this next interaction I was going to get into wasn't going to lead to pain, wasn't going to lead to trauma, wasn't going to lead to a bad ending. And I get it. I've been there. I've been hurt. I've had people leave me, right? I've had opportunities leave me. I've had TV opportunities that they were like, we filming this. This is going to be aired everywhere. Nothing happens, right? So now everything you do, you become extremely skeptical about. Now, of course, our experiences are supposed to shape us and protect us. Thinking is not a bad thing, right? At all. Yeah, I need you to think. I want you to think critically. I want you to analyze things, and I want you to break things down. That's helpful. That's healthy. But when it comes to a point where now you're paralyzed, like I've been, when you're trapped, like I've been, when you are hurting relationships, like I have, then you have to start thinking, what is this overthinking costing me? And I think when we can get there, we can write that out. What is overthinking costing me? What is striving for perfection costing me? What is second guessing everything I'm doing costing me? And I don't think we ask ourselves that enough. I don't ask myself that enough. What is this going to cost me? And hey, maybe before your next move, before your next situation, before the thing you get into, write something down. Before I go do and jump and leap and do all the stuff, write it down. Write down all the things that could go right. And then envision those things going right. And envision the things being healthy. And let all the work that you've done, right, over on your life, on your craft, on yourself personally, all the therapy, all these things that you've been doing, all the journaling, all the accountability homies, all the friends you have, let all those moments actually mean something, right? Because once again, if you're like me, you are causing more harm than help, or help. Right? I don't know what the phrase would be, but you're causing more harm than good. Because you're too busy overthinking every single thing. And I was watching a YouTube video, forgot the guy's name, But he was saying, what does this, will this matter in a month? Will this matter in 6 months? Will this matter in a year? Will this matter in 5 years? So if overthinking is helping you and making you a millionaire and getting you to your next and best self, by all means, keep doing it, because who am I to stop your formula if it's making you a millionaire? But if you're like me and it ain't really helping you at all and it's costing you a whole lot more harm than good, then we can slowly begin to just let that go, right? And it don't have to happen all overnight. Just every day before you go into overthinking mode, or if you notice you're having these moments, stop. Take a breath. Say to yourself, it's going to be all right. You're not going to make a bad decision. You're not going to make a false step. This isn't your past. Sometimes people who have inflicted their issues on you, now you think you a problem. You think you the issue. Sometimes it's other people's traumas that is on you. Now you're walking with this extra baggage every single day, like I have, right? Because this is not me trying to call you out. I'm calling myself out. And I'm calling you up. Because we have to understand what space we're in. And if we want to grow, and we want to build, and we want the right people around us, maybe the reason why we don't have the right people around us, maybe the reason why we don't have the lavish opportunities, maybe the reason why we're not getting the promotion, maybe the reason why we're not, whatever that is, because we're thinking too much. I was told to just be, vibe, relax. I get it, dog. And you've lost a lot. You think. When you've lost a lot, you think. You think a lot. And you don't want to lose again. I get it. That's me. I've lost so much in some occasions where I'm like, what's the point of even trying? So I'll sabotage myself and risk great moments. Insert awkward humor to cope with things or assume all the worst things. They must not want me on the job. They must think I'm a bad employee. They're not responding to me. This is happening. And not realizing that everything isn't about me. And letting my ego slowly fall to the floor. So I'm just processing with y'all this morning. Because overthinking has hurt me in more ways than I'd like. And why I do these Foolies Fridays. And why I'll continue to do them. Because I don't want you going through the same thing and losing like I have. And if I could be honest and vulnerable or transparent or whatever, then maybe you'll find some solace and some perspective. Maybe you'll realize that you're not alone. Maybe you'll go after your dream. Maybe you'll make a move on that person you love or admire. Maybe you'll apply for that job. Maybe you'll actually go back to school. I don't know. live processing, right? So I'm gonna reflect and think on some stuff and continue journaling and getting it out of my head and onto some paper. And then I'm a freestyle about it, because you know where I never have an issue in? Freestyling. And when I actually start thinking too much, then I freestyle, my freestyles suck. That's it. When I start freestyling and I'm like, yo, give me the pen. Watch how as I go in. Everybody be knowing I'm from the city of, right? So I can go on and on. I've freestyled for like 30 minutes to an hour. Allowing myself to mess up. Allowing myself to not hit every word. Allowing myself to stutter. Allowing myself to stumble. And those become some of my greatest moments. But then when I think about it and I overthink, and then I'm like, oh, but this word and this word, but I sound like this, and I sound like Kendrick, I sound like Jay, I sound like Sean, man, is this too yay? I mess up. And I don't put stuff out because I'm overthinking. I'm not letting myself be in the state of flow. So you should freestyle more and not worry about the outcome, because maybe it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. And that's all I got for you this week. It ain't about me, y'all. It's about God. Like I said, share this with your homies. Put this in the group chat. Tag a friend. Because all of us have been thinking about this. All of us be going through the same thing. We think our space is so rare. But it's not. And you deserve mental freedom. It's about God once again. Holla at your boy. See y'all next week.